Have you seen this new Hyundai, Jeremy?
Oh, I love the outside of it.
What about the inside?
Well, that's
So this is
another topic.
Russo, who works here, when he put this in for show notes or whatever.
Right.
He said Hyundai has unveiled a new electric concept car called the Prophecy that looks like something out of Blade Runner, but inside looks like groundskeeper Willie threw up on the upholstery. So the thing does look pretty Knight Rider-ish.
It does.
The name Prophecy, man.
Very sleek.
Yeah. It's a
It
good
also looks
looking
like
car.
something out of Alien, like an alien might jump out of the thing
I've
and
always
eat you.
thought that Hyundai should get more aggressive in their design like that.
Well, you know their mission, right? The company mission
Take over the world?
is to become the most loved car company on the planet.
Really? That's like their mission
That's
statement or
their
whatever?
like mission statement.
Most
yes.
loved?
If they could build good engines, they might be all right, but
Are their engines garbage?
junk.
Really?
Yeah.
Why?
Well, there's a certain segment of them they have. Anyways, yeah, they don't oil correctly, and they've warranted a lot of them. So if they could figure that out, they might be doing all right.
Well, the look of this, you guys look it up
Looks
if you're
great, yeah.
listening to this, or go to YouTube and we'll put it up on the screen. But yeah, it looks really, really good.
I think Russo's right. The inside of that thing looks kind of a.
See, I'm probably more I'm more open-minded and experimental, so I kind of like it.
Yeah, it kind of looks like a case of gobstoppers kind of exploded in there.
Yeah, but I like that. I don't
Yeah.
know.
Okay.
I mean, I'm not in the market for a Hyundai.
Explains a lot about you.
Yeah, well, there you go.
What else do we have?
Just a little kick in the balls from Jeremy.
Free of charge.
Kicking the balls on a Monday. No big deal. What do they call that? Like have you ever watched those videos on the internet where guys get kicked in the balls?
I have watched those. Yes. I have no idea the phrase that you're searching for here.
I just wondered if you watch those kind of videos.
Well, I stepped right into that one, didn't I? Wow, great.
Is it,
It's what I do on
are
my
you
free
guys-
time, Chris.
Yeah, are you guys crazy or you guys
we
get a little
crazy?
freaky?
No. What do you mean, you guys? Like people?
You
where
and
I
your
live?
wife.
No, we're totally normal, upstanding
Nothing-
citizens of the high desert.
Which is code for nudist colony.
No, it's not code for nudist colony.
That's where all the nudist colonies
No,
are in the
it's
desert.
not. That's a fallacy. It's
Hot
like
and
saying
dry.
it's like saying all the meth labs are
You
in
want your
Hesperia.
nudist colony to be hot and dry,
hot
right?
and dry. Oh, I'm not going to say what just came to my mind. Moving on. What do you have there, sir?
I would have said it if it came to my mind.
Well, I'm not as bold
I
as
don't
you are
have
yet.
I don't have the governor that you have, the restraint.
The restraint. That's just my good
Remember,
Christian upbringing, sir.
I was raised Christian too, but
The
you gotta
brainwashing.
take all that with a grain
the brainwashing
of
that
salt.
my parents put me through when I was a young child.
Remember Top Dog?
Yes.
I think the person that spoke before you or
After.
after you spoke on generational gaps. So most of us that are in any sort of leadership position
Okay.
are managing 5 to 6 different generations.
Okay. I would agree with
And
that.
they're all very different, Jeremy.
Oh, hugely different.
These young kids, what do you call the younger kids now? They're the Ys? The ifs?
the ifs, the Ys, the
You had
Zs,
millennials and then what?
Gen Zers, right?
Zers?
I think so. Is that it?
Gen Zers?
Yeah.
Gen Zers are a lot different than you and I.
Yes, they are. Now, what's really sad is when you age like I do, and you realize that you are becoming a little bit older because their behaviors frustrate the hell out of you. So, for instance, I'm very proactive in my communication with my customers. Nothing frustrates me more as a service advisor than when somebody drops a car off. It hasn't even been there 30 minutes and they're already texting or back on the phone asking for an update. And it's one of these younger
It's
generations.
just the ADD kicking in.
Or the meth or the marijuana or something. I don't
Normal.
know.
You can't
That's
begrudge
normal.
that. Yeah.
That is not normal behavior. No way.
I like a quick update when I
quick
drop off
update.
my car.
Hey, good news. The sun hasn't moved but 2 inches. Your car's still in the same place. We're waiting for the weeds to grow. The sun will fix it today. Don't worry. Leave me alone. I got work to do.
Man, you're grumpy.
I am. Gosh.
So these guys are going around.
How do we friends
They're
and
called
alienate
generational consultants. And they're teaching companies the nuances of 5 different age groups currently occupying the workforce. It's called Genzers.
So generational consultants,
Gen Guru.
they're focused on the workplace, but we could also take that information and use it on the customer base as well.
We have this, right? Because we created this for Top Dog, and it's in our platform.
It is in there, yes.
How
on demand.
How to manage the different ones, and it really is. It really is something to understand and think about and go through, because I learned a lot going through the process of.
Well,
of
it's,
creating it.
one of the things that, and I'm sure you agree with me, you want to match your client's preferred method of communication. If they want to text, you need to text them. If they want an email, you want to email them. If you're the type of person where you're more hands-on, you don't believe anything somebody tells you over the phone, and you want to come down to the dealership to look at the vehicle with the technician, then you better do that in-person presentation. So you have to understand how to modify your communication style to match your customers.
Here's the thing that when I hear people say, like, oh, millennials, blah, 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 or whatever, like, I remember people saying that about me when I was a kid, and I hated it. Because I was a Generation Y, right? Are you a Y?
Yep.
So you know why we're the Generation Y?
No.
What was the generation before us called?
Boomers, right?
No, there was no. They call them boomers now, but there wasn't. We were the first generation to have a name.
Oh, there we go.
And you
Trailblazers.
Know why? Do you know why we were wise?
Because the people were always
jump
saying,
us
why the hell do they do the things they do?
These kids.
These kids
These
today.
dumb kids.
These kids. Oh, if I ever turn into my parents, I'm just going to.
But that's what they would say, right?
Yeah.
So we sound just like them when we're talking about the Generation Zs and the whole thing.
Well, but at the same time, that's kind of like saying that all puppets are drunks. You're categorizing puppets into a category of.
if you have one puppet and it's drunk, then all puppets are drunks.
I guess, but that's not fair to the other puppets of the world.
We were called the Generation Y because we were the first generation where our parents wouldn't stay together for the kids.
Oh, okay.
Our parents were so caught up in their own wants and needs that the kids didn't matter.
Okay.
We were the first generation to raise ourselves.
Interesting. Very.
Think about it. How many friends did you have that didn't come from a broken home? It was rare to have a friend where mom and dad were still together than it was.
It was just rare for me to have a friend, period. So.
Thank you so much for watching this clip of Service Drive Revolution. Now you can catch the full episode on YouTube, iTunes, or Spotify, or wherever you consume your podcast. If you have any questions, go ahead and post them in the comments below. Make sure you subscribe and hit the bell icon so you're notified when we post new episodes. I'm Chris Collins, and you can find me on Facebook and Instagram at Chris Bulldog Collins. And I'll see you again on the next episode.